Okay, so I crashed. I'm trying to reopen Photoshop. This is what I'm going through. And I have to wait. This makes it really hard for me to teach because my kids have to just sit there and wait. And wait. And wait. And wait. I know some of my seniors next year are going to go to the VOTEC program. I think they've got a communication arts, graphic design type class, 3 hours a day. I know that what they teach there, I teach a lot of what they're teaching. I would love to keep the kids here, but because of this situation, I'm saying go, because at least they have all the new stuff. Because we're stuck here with the will. I call it the will of death, because when you have that, you can't do anything. So this is what's happening. And some of the kids' computers are doing this too. They have to sit and they have to wait for stuff. Look at the time. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've been over a minute waiting for this to pop up. And it is still just bouncing. See, there's Photoshop bouncing. All right, we're bouncing. Oh, it stopped bouncing. Now what's happening? The wheel stopped bouncing. What's happening? I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay, so Adobe Photoshop quit unexpectedly. So if I say reopen, what will happen? It has now been 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Okay, so we're bouncing again. Oops, it stopped. Now what? Now I'm gonna get this. Sign in required for CS6, which has been downloaded. Oh, great. Okay. And I have to use my personal sign in because the school doesn't issue CS6 anymore. So when this happens to the students' computers, hopefully it won't, but if it does, then I don't know what we're gonna do. The kids aren't even gonna be able to use Photoshop anymore. All right, so I put in my credentials to open up CS6, and and it worked. And then Photoshop opened, and then this popped up, and it says recovering a large document format. I'm assuming that's the one that crashed. So if I were to say, it won't even let me cancel. And there's the wheel again. So I'm stuck. So I still can't do anything. I can't do anything. I can't do anything. Once again, I can't do anything. Okay. Got the wheel. What's happening? You know, that's the wrong computer. I know, but remember, that's where, what's her name says? Rosalind. She's testing. Okay, I'm gonna force quit Photoshop and try this again. So I'm pressing on this one because this is what I've been working on to show the kids how to do stuff, and it's okay. So now I got a bouncy Photoshop. Application Adobe CS6 is not open anymore. Okay. 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 All right, so at this point, if we cannot get new computers, we might as well not even have a graphic design program. Because this is just crazy. I don't know what to do. Huh. If you got one at home, you can. If you've got you can't do it on the Chromebooks. You can't do this on the Chromebooks. There we go. There it's up. Okay. Okay. So now a student is going through the same situation I went through. He's opened up Photoshop. He's trying to say okay on the document. It won't do anything. He's clicking. Won't let him cancel. Won't let him close out. Can't do anything. It's just froze. So it's impossible to teach this class if I don't get new computers. So next year we might as well not even have graphic design. Okay, I want to show you exactly what happens with these Macs. This is one of the reasons why we need these Macs. They are, they're old. They're about 10 years old. I think we've had them physically for 9 years, I think. And I've kept pretty good shape of all of them. But now they're getting old and they're getting to the point where they can't update. So I want to show you what's been going on. We have the district purchased student licenses for us, so we were able to get the Creative Cloud. But here's what happens when we try to get into it. So I'm going to show you, and this happens to all of our Macs. So if I go to Adobe Creative Cloud and I want to log in, and the students are able to log in with their account, they are. So they go here and they're able to log in, but then when they want to download one of the programs, so I'm going to show you what's happening here. We go to Creative Cloud. And that's another thing with my computer. I know I've been using this computer for 9 years and it's got a lot of stuff on it. I would love to reconfigure it or something to speed it up because it's really slow. Every morning my kids have to wait like 10 minutes or so just to get so I can open up Photoshop and start working. And it's just so darn slow. But anyway, here's what happens. Okay, so I've got this up. I go to Photoshop. I want to download the Photoshop app. So, and then it tells me it's not compatible. So it will not let us download it because the computer needs updating. So I'm going to try to update it. So when I click on this, this is what it tells me. Update required. So you have to, if you would like to install Photoshop, you must update your system. Well, it's at the point where we can't update the systems anymore. It's too old. The computer is too old. It won't even update. And I'm going to show you what's happening. Okay, so this tells me your computer must meet the minimum technical specifications outlined below to run and use Photoshop. This is applicable for October 2020 release and later. Important, the Photoshop hardware requires the processor and graphic card. I'm just skipping blah, 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 blah. Minimum. Okay, so here we go. This is Windows. We have Macs right now. Macs. Okay, so we've got all this, but here's the problem. It's the version 10.14 or later. So if I come up here, let me come up here and show you this. Our Mac, about this Mac. Okay, it should be popping up, and it's not popping up. This is another thing I've been going through. Things just do not work. So I wanted to say about this Mac. And so there we go. Okay, so we have 10.12.6. That's our version. And it says it has to be 10.14 or later. So I'm going to try to do a software update, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to click on where it says software update. So I get this. And I get this, which is really strange because I'm not even recognizing this. But I'm going to say, okay, it says one incompatible update. I think that's the iMovie. So even we can't even get the new version for it either. And my kids use iMovie all the time. Well, not all the time, but we do use iMovie. I use it all the time. And my kids, I do teach it to my kids. So I want to say I want to update all. So I'm going to click right here. And I want to update all. And now here's what happens. Nothing happens. It will not update anymore. That's it. Nothing happens. I'm stuck here. It won't do anything. It won't go anywhere. So and I've had a couple of the students try on their computers. They cannot do it. I do have one boy that got in on his personal laptop, and he went ahead and got into the application, and he downloaded Photoshop on his personal computer, and now he's using it for our class projects for the new program, and he loves it. He says this new program is much better than what we have. We have CS6. That's what we're running on, which is way, way old. And CS6 is, it's like 10 years old too. So this is what we're dealing with, and this is why we need new computers, because our kids they're at a point where they just can't do anything. And the CS6, the problem with that is some of the computers are stopping. It's not running those, and it keeps glitching or it keeps crashing on them. So we're really having some big issues trying to do our programs. So that is what our situation is.